Hi, I'm Nell, and I'm a rising senior at Menlo Atherton High School. This is my final milestone for my Wally emotive robot, and what I added was the base component, which I put all of my wiring in, as well as I soldered a perf board to connect both of my LED displays to, and then I finished wiring all of my servo motors for the head motions as well as the eyebrow motions. So right now Wally's in sleep mode, and then the ultrasonic sensor can sense when somebody is within whatever distance I set it to. Right now it's set at 25 centimeters, so if I put my hand in front, then he kind of wakes up. And then I also hooked up the controls to my serial monitor, so I can type in different commands to make him do different functions and emotions. So for example, if I type in L, he does like hard eyes, and if I type in S, then he does like a sad face. And some of those struggles I had with this were getting all of the components to fit into such a small space, because I have about 9 different appliances that all connect to my Arduino, which means I have a lot of wiring, a really small breadboard that I have to fit a lot of different pins into, as well as just trying to fit, like, there's 4 different components that are all in this head space, and then the 2 different servo motors. I had to 3D print a servo hub for my servo mounts, as well as getting like my ultrasonic sensor and my LCD to fit in such a small space. So that was one of the struggles I had with actually physically building my robot. And then on the programming end, I had some different trouble getting everything to work together. One of the biggest things was I had a lot of different if statements and for loops, and so getting everything to not contradict each other, work together, especially with for example, with my LCD display. Sometimes I was clearing it too many times before I would try to display new text, and so then it would basically flicker on and off rather than displaying this text as like a static piece of text. As well as with my servos, it was really hard to program the ones that control my head motion, because they basically control the horizontal rotation and the vertical rotation, and there's a way to use them in conjunction so they can create more of like a circular 3-dimensional rotation rather than just a 2-dimensional up and down motion. However, trying to consider the different degrees of which you need to program them, because they're technically only in 2 planes, was really difficult, so I had to play around with a lot of trial and error there. So yeah, I would say overall my time at Blue Stamp, I learned how much you can really do in 6 weeks, and a lot about the accessibility of engineering. I never really realized that this project was relatively inexpensive to build, and I had not a lot of experience in coding or building robots, and so this was a really great learning opportunity to see what I could do. So yeah, thank you.